West Ham won, Man United won. Now, that was a weird game. It was a big test for us again. Like what I said from the Fulham game being our first proper test, which it was. We conceded two, we still ended up winning the game. This was probably our second biggest test. Playing a lesser team away from home was definitely going to be a challenge. And I say a lesser team. West Ham obviously have been very poor throughout this season, but they've been in some good form recently, And Nuno knows how to set up a team, especially going towards the end of the season to try and keep a team up. He knows how to be solid, compact. He played the 4-2-3-1, like really compact formation really well. I think that's what he used to play when he managed Forest, especially to start the game out, and then would probably adjust to a 5. I just want to say hats off to West Ham. My mate Archie, he's a West Ham fan. Yeah, he was giving it the beans. And fair play, but you bottled it last minute, didn't you? So, yeah, I think West Ham fans would be happy with a point overall before the game. You'd definitely be well happy with a draw. But I think the way the game was going, obviously conceding in the 96th minute, you would be quite upset, that you didn't get the game over the line and get 3 points. Because if they'd got 3 points from that game, that would have been huge. And they only just missed out on 3 points from Chelsea, being 2-0 up, I think, and then losing 3-2. So, yeah, leading into that first goal, we'll talk about that first. Benjamin SESKO, again, comes off the bench. He's ready. He's looking alive. It's nice to see that he can come off the bench and make an impact, because a lot of players who would be benched as much as he has been recently could affect them negatively. But, Carrick clearly likes him. You can see he's always speaking highly. He spoke highly about him, and he's taken his opportunity well recently. And I wouldn't be surprised if SESKO starts the next game. We've started the same team pretty much 5 games in a row now since Carrick's been in charge. Apart from obviously Dorgu going out with injury, it's been Cunha, but pretty much the same setup. And there's no reason why SESKO doesn't deserve a start. Now, I don't know who he'd pull out. I would probably personally pull Ahmad out. I thought he was probably the poorest of the front four in that game. I mean, the whole front line didn't really click properly, to be honest. That being Bruno, Mbeumo, Cunha and Ahmad. But I think most of the time he's been pulling Cunha off first. I think the way the game was going, I wouldn't have pulled Cunha off first. I thought Ahmad was having a pretty poor game, to be honest. I think every time he got the ball, putting pointless crosses into the box, just being a bit erratic, I think, especially when we went 1-0 down. I was getting quite frustrated with Ahmad, to be honest. Yeah, giving the ball away too much. Yeah, same with Bruno. The problem with Bruno is, if he's not creating good chances, he does obviously give the ball away quite a bit. But I don't mind that. I don't see it as a negative personally. It's just when nothing's going for the team, that's something that looks bad. SESKO, the way he took that goal was amazing. That touch is unbelievable. And he's proved that he's got amazing technical ability. I've always said the player profile he reminds me of is someone like a Zlatan. He has the technical ability of someone like a Zlatan. For someone who's 6'5", controlling the ball can be quite hard. Normally you're just like a big stiff idiot, but he seems to play like with a bit of flair, and his hold-up game I think is pretty good. His athleticism is incredible. I'm not just saying it because we drew 1-1. I do think him getting a start next game would be good. Got a couple of nice fixtures coming up, especially the fact that we played midweek. Players are going to be tired. I wouldn't be surprised if you rotate 1 or 2 players. I hope the injury to Maguire isn't serious because he's been exceptional. But that hamstring's been a bit of a problem for Maguire now for like over a year. I've seen him pull up with that injury multiple times, so hopefully it's nothing too serious. But, we'll talk about Yoro. When he came on the pitch, he was unreal. West Ham could have gone 2-0 up twice if it wasn't for Yoro. Like, it was amazing last-ditch defending in the space of like 5 minutes. I think Shaw was very poor for the goal. And there was another point in the game where he played the ball a bit late to, I think it was Ahmad. Ahmad's shot, he didn't really get it off properly either. So, yeah, it just wasn't really clicking for anyone, really. I think we saw the weakness of Dallo again. I think Dallo, when he's up against someone with a bit of flair like Somerville, who's massively informed, by the way, he can be exposed. Mazraoui, I think he could have been a good addition. I mean, Dallo's been playing well, so I get why he started. I get why we started the same team. I'm not faulting the starting 11 pick at all. Like, we've been so informed with it. But yeah, maybe, this is the first game after a few days of rest rather than a full week. I think you could see it. I think you really could. I really do think the squad will be rotated a bit. But yeah, I think Dallo had a poor game. And that's been one of his big weaknesses for a long time now. His defensive work isn't the best. He still works hard and he plays with a lot of passion. But I think Mazraoui's like a better defender. He would have done a better job there. Now, this video is a day old, so my memory's not as fresh. All my other videos have been uploaded straight away after the game because I have terrible memory and I'd forget stuff. But I was at my girlfriend's house, so I couldn't make a video until now, which is time of recording is 8 o'clock the next day. And I've already forgotten half the stuff I wanted to talk about. So we talked about the first 11. Even though SESKO came off the bench and made an impact, I don't think our bench is strong enough. I think this being the first game we've played after a couple of days proves that we need a bigger squad, because realistically we shouldn't have played the same 11. But we've obviously have, because we've been doing really well. But with no cup matches and no European football, we've been able to play the same team every week and be really fit, and you could tell by the way we press and stuff. A bit of positives from yesterday. I did think I don't want to say in control of the game, but we definitely. I wasn't scared in the first half at all. After the goal, the crowd was roaring and really got behind them, and the last 20 minutes was quite scary. But we had a corner. Was it a corner? Yeah, another good corner routine from Bruno. Wan-Bissaka clears it off the line. It's ironic. A United player doing good, an ex-United player doing good things against United. That always seems to happen. But yeah, hats off to West Ham, man. They really had the crowd behind them. They had a bit of belief behind them. Somerville is someone who I've rated. I don't want to say for a long time, because he had a bit of a bad patch when he moved to West Ham. But when he was with Leeds, I think it was with Leeds anyway, in the Championship, I always thought he was an amazing player. And yeah, someone like him, a bit like a Jeremy Doku, is probably something which we're lacking. I think Ahmad, he is quick, and he can definitely beat a player, but I don't really think he's like a knock it in forward, get in front of you type player. He doesn't always do that. I don't think we have like a proper pacey winger, or we definitely need another one. I'd say Ahmad is the closest thing to it, don't get me wrong. But Cunha wants to go inside, and Buemo wants to go inside. Ahmad's, like I said, he sort of hugs the wing a bit, but we need someone else who does that. Patrick Dorgu was someone who did that. He unfortunately got injured, so I think he would have been a massive help in the game today. Our bench is definitely lacking at the moment. The squad will need to be thickened in the summer if we can get Champions League football. I don't think we really need to go for a huge name necessarily. I mean, I definitely would if the chance became available. We just need. We need a big name. CDM. I'd definitely get Anderson, because his price tag might be quite a bit, or like an Adam Wharton. But we need to build a squad. We need to be ready for Champions League. Otherwise, we're not going to get far. And we want to do better in a cup run. Even though we've won 2 cups in the past couple of years, so I'm not really interested in a cup run as much. I mean, a trophy's a trophy, and you want to win any trophy you can get your hands on, don't you? But yeah, I think Carrick kept is cool. I like the way he presented himself in the press conference afterwards, talking about how the lads were upset, and it's a good thing that they're upset, and he's not, worried at all. He's happy that we managed to get a point. Sees it as a good result under a good, informed West Ham team. And yeah, he's just ready for the next game by the looks of it. And he doesn't seem worried at all. No excuses. You know, everything's positive. I think that'll really help us. We can go on a really good run now, and yeah, hopefully we can get that top 4. But yeah, cheers guys. Please subscribe, pop a like on the video, and yeah, talk to me in the comments. Anything that you wanna add or talk about, let me know.